We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set! Go 20! I got him! 2 times!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford, he's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kiki QT, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready! Blue ready! Sonny! Right, T, let's go. Right, T. Jim!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's go,
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Wait. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wait. 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Easy. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Flip it. Come off the ball, horn. Hey, check right. Hey, let's get it converted. Watch 55. Flip it. Come get some. Let him go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down.
All day, baby. Let's go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
55, my God, 55. Easy. Hey. Just like that. Come on. Sunday. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Under truck.
The 2nd down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Ready? Black, we get that. Check 55, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
On play action, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Stafford on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
26 Mike. Here we go, D.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
40 got. Come to my world.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Winston now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 99. Check 99.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Let's bring it.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action. Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got you. I got you. 50's the mic. Omaha, ready to move. Hey, box truck.
Now it's Stanford going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Under 10, 10.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Bring her. Ready. Flip. Anyway, check 43. 51.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a run with Geis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Winston, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Ready, blue lady. Here we go. Check 26, check 26. Hey, stop. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. Check 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50.
Third and long for Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Double up. West. Get in the middle. 55. Bring it. Easy. Follow. I'm coming after you.
Jameis now on 1st down. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to launch it for Washington, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Hey, Haywood. Screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Here's Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. D.D. Westbrook as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. Watch. Check.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, look at the juke. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 25 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On the run, this is Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jared Davis, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Eddie, 250. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear. 21. Mike Smith.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. You might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Don't get nervous. Swing. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch it, 5. He don't know no better.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Chargers first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill.
Throwing, Winston. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Back. Sunday. 5-0. Easy. Mike 55. Let's go one more. Off. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike 55. Mike 55. And go full strength. Hey. Green, come team. Ball trot. Easy.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Flip it. Check 55, Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Jameis to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I gotta tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the twitch, watch the twitch. Switch. No.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, time. Mike 50. Y'all not ready. Mike 50.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford, Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now 3rd down.
Set. Yellow 20. 59. Double dog. That's the one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford, open man has got it. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Get the ball. Mike 55.
Now Winston. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the ball is knocked out. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Middle.
On 1st down, punt. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run with Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bud Dupree, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ricky. Check. Come on. Sunday. White. Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Ready. White 25.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Green, come with me. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, let's go.
Winston now. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Lady. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and get it with Geis, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set, 180. 98 to Mike. Double.
Rivers on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now first and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check.
On second down now. It's Conner, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Here we go. Can't do stuff. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, high 7. No, check that. Yep. 52 right here. 52. You must be dreaming. 52. Get it. 52.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. But it's brought in by Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, wahoo! Look, squeeze. Tackle. You're out. Go.
Rudolph on first down. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the carry, it's Samuels. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Brings up second and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Sam off. Yes, yes. Jim.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Greystone, Travis. Spud.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick
Go.
it up. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
No gain on this defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
64.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Gets it to Gordon.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Rivers. Got his man, it's Williams. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To the air again here, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is caught by Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey! New Mike 52, Mike 52. Protein spill. To go.
Here's Rudolph. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Take over first and 10.
Bill 180! 180! Hey, man. Cluster.
First down, Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first.
It got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10.
61, match box, lights. Check 99. Hey, Zoo.
On first down, Rudolph. Complete. It's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Drop, rocket. Get it.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Topper! 52. Hey, orbit. I'm about to take you to school. Mike 52. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Mike 52.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Switch. 49, check 49. Rush in. Bravo. Look at me. Go. Let's go.
Again, it's Rudolph. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
No, check that.
Hey, exit.
52 right here.
Ready?
Rudolph going to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on second and long. Rudolph, he's going to float this one deep. He's got a man, complete. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, first and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Hey, Rocket.
First down, Los Angeles.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Blitz coming and down he goes. Bud Dupree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Kill.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, alert 3. Check,
80 weapon. 5.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
30 base.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
Hey,
8.
wahoo!
The Chargers 49-yard line.
Big grip.
From just shy of midfield, Rudolph. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15 yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check 9. Watch the safety creep.
Go.
Ready, I got you.
X3. 218.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. He finds his man Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Check 43.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
52 by 52.
Protein spill. Get it.
On first down, Samuels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hard.
Second and 12
Smooth.
at the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Shoot.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Check. Crunch.
Go.
52's the mark.
Go.
52. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be second down.
5. Go.
52's the mic. Get in the way.
On second and 11 now. Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Boswell for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. He's got Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Set 180. Red Delta.
Here's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Red Delta.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
6-6, pull it high.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey!
Motion.
Hit it.
Now Rudolph. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Rudolph. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen, 30, 10, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you...
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.